Some morning flight. So, good morning by the way. And let's have coffee. Coffee time. Yes, it's coffee time. So, by the way, I would like to say thank you for to those that sending for buying us a coffee. Thank you so much. So it's been raining all night. So every night I really notice that there's always a lightning and thunderstorm. But a couple of nights there's just only a lightning and thunderstorm, but no rain. But last night it is. There's a rain. Yes, and as you see it here, you saw the sack of soil here, and I plant the tomatoes. So I make the sack really usable. So I'm starting sprouting or planting the tomatoes here. By the way, I'm gonna show you that I'm ready. Since last week, I already start harvesting my okra. So finally, they make okra now. My glass collection. So if you have a guest here come and they have a kids, they're always attract on my glass here. They're always so even my niece, I told her that I said, che, you know, if you come here, don't touch my glass there, because I was always, you know, it's not just easy just to find a glass in the beach. You know, like lately, it's not that a bunch of glass that you can find in the beach, because mostly it's everything used is plastic, so there's not a lot of wash glass there. Beach glass. I'm mumbling. My plant collection. So you know guys, I'm gonna show you, this is the rack that I was been collect, and I was, you know, this is the reason that I was so amazed. You know, every stone or rock that I pick up, I really amazed. I always look the formation of this and the texture, whatever. But look at this. It is only I found on the beach, and I like smooth of this. So pretty. Every time I pick this one, it's make me so amazed. You know, I separate all of this. So yeah, and this is the one that I latest. I don't know if I show in the previous video, but it is my latest project here. So I start putting some stone here. Of course, I was always a backup stone, so every time I have a free time, I always, and there's plenty of stone there on the beach, I always went there and hauling stone, like even just one pail in a day. But if I have a project, I really want to finish it. So what I'm doing is I always back and forth to go get some stone if I can able to find it there. Because, you know, my mind want to be free. If I have a project, I can't really want to rest. So I want really to see it done as well. So like as you see it, as always, you know, it's always like combination, the color of the stone. So, and of course, I plant different. So, I love to plant my aglomina plants here, the varieties, because this kind of plants, they're always like in the shaded and the cooler way, in the cooler area. So, yeah, I just only planted one like 1 week already for today. Yeah, and seems like they're doing well. And of course, like we have a washout or driftwoods or whatever. So this one is really good for the orchids. So you know, you don't need to be a hired landscaper, especially like if you do it, if you just can do it by yourself. Yeah, that's it. So I like it. I like what I was doing here, and this is, like I said, the best therapy that you can get, you know, the plants. So I put the kind of palm here, and it's grown now. See how tall it is now? It's not so tall, but at least there's something. And combined with the shells and any kind of the plants. See? So, by the way, thank you once again for watching my video, my garden video. That's funny. I know all of you are just like to watching James Bowling, you know. So, at least I just want to share with you my passion and what I make myself busy here, you know, do something and make something hobby that you can occupy your mind, you know, something progress and therapy to your life. You know, it's not about always thinking about negative, like those people, you know, like I heard some of the people like they're drinking or doing something bad, and they said that because they bored. You know, there's a lot of things besides that. There's a lot of things, positive things that you can do in your life beside doing those drinking, boozing, smoking. You know, there's a lot of things. Do something, make something hobby that you love on it to yourself and occupy your mind. It's not like us, you know. James have a hobby, both hobby, and that is my hobby. So be it.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning from another pretty day here in the Philippines. Beautiful day. So what I'm showing you there, the guys are working on is coming off of this concrete right here, going around where the pool is going to be. There's got to be a deck area around, and coming off that sidewalk and coming out here. So I'm just trying to knock down stuff. It's got to be done sooner or later. So we're pouring the little retaining wall that's going to be out there to the outer edge of the deck, and let the guys go ahead and start backfilling that in. There'll be a couple steps right up there at the beginning, just probably like 2 steps. I'll measure. Might be 3 steps, but we'll measure. We're going to go ahead and pour in those 3 steps, and then we're going to get this little retaining wall poured right there, and then the guys can start backfilling in on all that right there and getting it leveled up. We've got guests all the time, and we had a temporary step made here, but if I get those steps poured over there, I can put, even before we get the pool done, put my little paving stones back down, and but they'll have a level surface to walk on and to go out to the beach and everything. And we got to do it sooner or later, so it has to be done. Also, we're preparing to pour up here on top, and there's some algae and stuff's built up on that concrete, and I've got Marvin going and getting the power washer and prepared to try to power wash off all of that he can, and he may have to take and use a scrub brush and stuff too, but we need to get all that cleaned up and prepped. So that's what's going on with that. Joel's down in there doing touch up around the stone and the pond on the sealer. He's taking a brush and taking what I told him to save a little bit in the bottom of one of those cans when they were rolling in the coating, brain freeze, and save a little bit that he could do touch up on that end. And then there was a little bubble up places in the bottom, and I've got Miller down there scraping it up where it bubbled up, because I told them boys to clean it good before they painted all that bottom. And I had to stop one place when I went out there paint one day because there was a dirt spot, and then where one of them had painted right from the get-go, he just painted right over fine powdery dirt that was caked on the bottom, so they didn't really clean it that good. So now we're having to scrape some sealer back up off the bottom where it bubbled all up. Have to scrub and get that concrete clean, let it dry, and then retouch the bottom down in there. So fun. But I've got another 5 gallons of that sealer sitting up there that I can add the color in, and until they get all that cleaned up, and I've had them in there cleaning this morning, we're not going to use this last 5 because I don't want none of it wasted. That stuff's expensive to be wasting and not do it right. This is the pains I deal with, the pains I deal with. Yeah, well, and I've got my bunker project going on. I think Cap's going to come over and hang out with me while I work on that, and I oversee these projects. Started off fast. Blue. Well, I've had Marvin power washing all of that concrete and structure, getting ready to pour up there. Down here, the guys are pouring a retaining wall for where the deck's going to come right off from that sidewalk there, the deck around the pool, and people can walk around. And I go down and show you, we poured some steps down here. And then the guys can be doing some backfilling up across this end right there, and you see where he's fixing to step up. It'll be up level there then. So just the 2 steps coming up. That's what I thought it would be when I was talking to you guys earlier, is that it would just be 2 steps. So that's 12 inches on the tread, so foot can plant on there nicely, plenty to step on. And it's like 6.5 inches on the rise. So just perfect, perfect, perfect. And then in here, they left this down 4 inches. So they got a stopper here. They left it down 4 inches below that step because there will be a deck on top of this around the pool. So the steel's already there for that, as you see. And we can bend this over into it to be ready to go. Ready to go. So tomorrow, I have them to go ahead and pull the form off. And then these form boards are going over onto another project. These particular ones are. Well, it's the end of a day. They got these couple steps poured right here. And they left the steel coming out where it's going to tie in for the deck. That's going to be around the pool and all. They got this little footer poured in right here. This little retaining light wall and footer. So that's done. The pond is just about painted in. Just about. Look at that, man. It's really cool. The pond painted in. Well, I didn't talk to them before they left, but they're supposed to hold back a little bit. Joel went around with a paintbrush on those edges right up around to the stone. So he'll need to do that right up around these edges here too. And they didn't paint that right there, and I don't know why. I wanted to paint it all the way up so I could let water start building up in here. So I may go grab a roller real quick myself and hit that, because it could rain tonight. I want this to start filling up with water. I'm gonna go grab some paint. But man, that's looking good. Now some of this is just not 2 different colors. It's the same color. It's just as it dries, it'll get a little lighter. And so this was painted earlier. This was painted just a little bit ago. So it needs to dry and it'll blend in more, hopefully. It don't matter if it ain't perfect. It's in the bottom of a pond. It's not a swimming pool, unless we just want to play in it. Well, what do you think about that? What do you think about it? Look at that. I just got down in here, and this is what they just painted this evening, so it hasn't finished drying, and when it dries it'll be this color. But look at that. I just painted that other end down there. Yeah, man, that is so awesome. Really cool. Look at that. Woo. So the deal is, I asked them boys to clean this bottom good, and I said get all the dirt and everything because it won't stick and before you paint it. And they said, oh, it's done, it's done, it's done. And they went to painting, and I come down in here and I noticed that it had bubbles, and it had places that I see where the dirt rolled up on the roller. I said, what? So in these lowest places where like the water would settle, you know, and dirt would settle, it was just still caked over and coated, but they just swept over the top of that, and whatever was caked, they just left it there. So all on this bottom right down in here, places bubbled up. And we've used this before. It won't bubble up unless it just didn't attach and there was dirt underneath it. So they had to take scrapers a day and wire brushes and scrape up all the bad places, and then take wire brushing on, really clean it, and take small brooms and paintbrush and get all that up and cleaned and everything properly. before they went back painting it. I said, I can't waste this paint, and I'm not buying any more. It's very expensive. But man, I'm so happy for it. And I've got about half of a jug left there so we can do touch-ups. See, Joel went around with a brush and he cut all of that in, but he didn't get it on down through here. So tomorrow he could cut that last end around the top, and we'll save the rest of this back for some touch-up if we need to, or if another place shows up bad or anything like that. So I'm gonna go clean up my roller and put this away, and we're gonna call it another day. Thank you all for joining in here and checking out the project going on and all. I've been letting that wood age a little bit on that bridge, and I'm about to put a coating over it. When I put a coating over it, a clear, it's gonna pop the color back out again. It's gonna look really good. But I need to get that treated, and the wood was really green when I put it up there, and I needed it to season just a little bit. So I didn't want to seal that moisture in. But it's gonna be time now to coat it, and it's gonna have a nice patina to it, I believe. Well, everybody, thank you for watching our videos. Always, we're really continuing to grow. I looked last night, it said like, well, a couple weeks ago, it said like we had gained like 3,800 or something new subscribers in the past 28 days. But last night it said something like 42 or 4,300 or something in the last 28 days. Thank you all very much. Now, some of them come in for boat videos, some of them come in for bike videos, some of them come in for just whatever it is that we're doing. So I have some that are more interested in some videos I put out someday, and I have others that are more interested in other videos I put out someday. But all of you together as a collective, I really do thank you. So does Mel. She's up here doing her right now, playing with her stones. They can't even see, you're kind of camouflaged there. Oh, there you are. So yeah, that's really cool. I really appreciate you all. Now, I do want to address something before we finish the day out. If you've been seeing, I've been putting in the videos about buy me a cup of coffee, and that's a website used by vloggers and all out there. Now, I have no shame in putting that. I tell you, I work hard on these videos. I give up my mornings. I give up my nights when most people are just chilling. During the day when I could just straightforward do my work, instead I'm trying to stop and record. I'm asking my workers, stop, let me catch this real quick, let me get the camera, hold on before you do that. I mean, it's the real deal. It's you know, you're creating content, you know, your video production, you know. So got a lot of time into that, and I don't record everything just like off of my camera phone and all. I have some expensive cameras that I set up, like you know, my DJI Action 4, and I have the Insta360s, and I have all the mic set up to mic adapters, and I have all these different tripods and fittings, and I got the GoPros and all of this, and different cameras I'm using for different things and setting up. Then when you're editing, and if you're putting out a high definition file like I am, it takes up a lot of memory. And so now you've got a lot of like zip drives, you know, portable hard drives that you're keeping your data and everything on. And all of this stuff costs money. The laptops and the editing software and the music, you know, licensed music that you add in, and everything you do, it's costing me money. It's not for free. And the fact is, for the amount of video views that we're getting right now, 2.5 years ago, we would have earned double to triple the amount of money for the same amount of video views, okay? And the market spreads so thin. There's just so many little channels out there that's got, you know, less than 1,500 subscribers. A lot of them are just a few hundred subscribers. But YouTube lowered the bar. Okay, you don't have to have 1,000 subscribers anymore. You can have less. You don't have to have as much this anymore. You have less. They kept lowering the bar, and they have saturated the market so much. Someone mentioned about doing sponsor stuff. I will be. I have passed up so much, I've turned down so much, because look, a lot of my viewers are already like watching so many ads or skipping so many ads. That's another problem. And I don't expect you to watch them all anyway, some of them are ridiculous long. But then I'm going to hit you with more in-house ads too. So I am going to be adding some. I've worked some deals. I got some product on its way right now that we're going to be dealing with you guys on. I think it's product that will fit the channel. That's another thing. I don't want to put just anything that don't fit the channel. I do try to thank you guys, but to beat me up and say that I'm e-bagging and I don't know what's happened to you now and all that kind of stuff, you know, like I got from this one gentleman, I'm out of here. Well, out of here then, because you're getting to watch the content for free, but it's not for free for me to make it. And I just want to be honest and forthcoming with you guys on that. I always try to be honest and forthcoming with you. It ain't no I try, I am. And that's the deal. So if you wouldn't mind, like many of you already have, and buy a cup of coffee. And we'll see you on the next one.
By the way, thank you so much, and see you for our next video. Bye-bye. Thank you everyone for buying us the coffee again.